Our next topic is linear algebra. It is a branch of mathematics which is concerned with the study of matrices, vectors, vector spaces, also called linear spaces, linear maps, which are also called linear transformations, and systems of linear equations. Just type help space matfun, that is matrix functions, numerical linear algebra for more information, or type help space lmat, which is elementary matrices and matrix manipulation. This will shows you the entire functions of the linear algebra. There are various functions for linear algebra like rank, which provides an estimate of the number of linearly independent rows or columns of any matrix. Similarly, det for determinant of a square matrix, inv to find inverse of square matrix, eig to find eigenvalues of square matrix, ONES, this is used to create an array or matrix with only ones, EYE, which creates an identity matrix, diag to find diagonal elements in a matrix. Next is vectors. Now, what is vector? Vector is actually given as x with single row or single column. So here it is a column matrix, row matrix. X equals to a row matrix with n number of rows. If you want to find the transpose of a vector x, this will provide you a column matrix. So this will give you R 1 cross n, that is one row and n number of columns. As shown here, we have a row matrix x equals to 1, 2, 3. That is 3 rows with element 1 in the first row, 2 in the second row, and 3rd in the third row of first column. If you want to find the transpose of that particular vector, it will be given as 1, 2, 3 in the columns. That is 1 is the first element of first row, first column, 2 is the second element of first row, second column, and 3 is the third element of first row and third column. Now, how to find the length of vector? So length is given as x transpose into x and its square root, and orthogonality is given as x transpose y equals to 0. Now matrices. Matrix is actually given as n cross m, n number of rows and m number of columns. It has elements in those particular rows and columns, like A equals to some particular elements, it displays a 2 cross 2 matrix. Next is how to find the transpose of matrix. So to find transpose of matrix, just write A dash, or the variable you given to that particular matrix, write it as that variable name with dash at the top of that variable. The diagonal element of matrix will be given as command diag A. This will gives you the diagonal elements of the particular matrix. Like if you have a matrix A equals to have some values 0, 1, minus 2 and minus 3, then write diag A. This will displays you the result as 0 and minus 3, which are the diagonal elements. Now, diagonal matrix, lambda is given as all the other elements will turn to 0. We have only values at the diagonal elements. Now next is the identity matrix, which is represented as I. So it has 1 at the diagonal positions and 0 value at all the other positions. So we can give the identity matrix or represent the identity matrix by using a command I. So we can write I and in parenthesis write 3, this will display you the 3 cross 3 identity matrix. Now matrix multiplication. So if we have two matrices A and B, A have n number of rows and m number of columns, and B have m number of rows and p number of columns, then the resultant C gives the matrix with n number of rows and p number of columns. So the result is also displayed here. A equals to 2 cross 2 matrix. B is also a 2 cross 2 matrix, and we will just multiply these two matrices and display the result as 2, 3, minus 2, minus 11 and 6. So note that n of A, m of B and n of C, like n rows m columns of A, m rows of p columns of B, they are multiplied to give you the resultant as n rows and p columns of C. So also note that multiplication of two matrices, either you multiply A into B or B into A, the resultant will be the same. Or if we have three matrices, then A into B into C, or you can just multiply A into B first and then with C. This will give you the same result. Similarly, if you add two matrices and multiply it with the third, or you will multiply that particular matrices with the previous two matrices and then add the resultant, this will give you the same result. Similarly, the last part is like C into A plus B. This will also gives you CA plus CB. The resultant will be same in both the cases. Next is matrix addition. For addition, you have to choose two matrices having same number of rows and same number of columns. Only then you can add two matrices. Similarly, in subtraction also, you have to take two matrices with same number of rows and same number of columns. Next is determinant. We have a matrix A with n number of rows and n number of columns. Then determinant of A is represented as det A. So in MATLAB, if you want to calculate the determinant of a particular matrix, just write the matrix like A equals to 0, 1, 2, 3, and then find the determinant of that A by writing det, and in parentheses write the matrix name A. This will shows you the result. Similarly, I have found various calculations have done here, like A equals to 0, 1, minus 2, minus 3 is a 2 cross 2 matrix. B equals to 1, 0, 3, minus 2, it is also a 2 cross 2 matrix. I have first multiplied both matrices and then find the determinant. Then I have find the determinant of both the matrices and then multiply. The resultant will be the same in both the cases. I have find the determinant of A and A inverse. Both the cases the result will be same. Now, what is inverse matrices? The inverse of quadratic matrix is defined as A raised to power minus 1. This will be possible only if A into A inverse or A inverse into A will gives you the resultant as identity matrix. Now, how to find inverse? We are using inv command to find the inverse of a particular matrix. Like if you want to calculate the inverse of a matrix, you have to first find the determinant of that matrix, then multiply that determinant, inverse of that determinant with the matrix itself. So this is quite a easy step. Just write inv in the MATLAB and this will calculate you the resultant of that particular matrix, that is inverse of that particular matrix. Next is eigenvalues. So eigenvalues is defined as determinant of lambda I minus A equals to 0. So in MATLAB, just use the command eig and in parentheses write the matrix name. This will gives you the eigenvalues of that particular matrix. Next is how to solve linear equations. To find the solution of a linear equation, use backlash operator. Like we have matrices A equals to some values, B have some values, and we have to find the linear solution. So we can write it as x equals to A backlash B. This will gives you the results of that particular variables. X equals to minus 3.5 and 4.1786. So this is all. Thanks.